This essay example, as well as thousands of others, is available in text format on our website for free and without registration. Simply Google Ivy Panda Free Essays.
Media have created quite a specific image of a hero. Thus, a hero is a strong man or woman with particular abilities and a specific attitude towards social rules. Of course, Superman and Batman are not the only heroes. There are various illustrations of heroic deeds of fictional athletes, police officers, or special agents. However, these are not realistic illustrations of heroes. There are lots of truly heroic people in the real world. Fictional stories overshadow the heroic deeds of these people. However, they are worth more attention. A girl who sacrifices her life to save her friends, a single mother struggling with numerous constraints, and a teenager who is eager to obtain an education to help her relatives are all heroes, as they are doing little heroic things each day instead of waiting for the chance to save the world from aliens. Negative impact of fictional heroes. First, it is necessary to note that heroes created by the modern media often negatively impact people's lives in the long run. Thus, young people become inspired by daredevils and diehards. Young people often do silly things and take risks even when it is not necessary and harmful for them as well as for those around them. A good illustration of the harm of media is Walter Mitty, who was always daydreaming. The man always tries to escape from reality, and he creates a whole world of his heroic deeds. Admittedly, Walter Mitty borrowed those images from the media. His daydreaming has made him simply incapable of doing something significant. True heroes. At the same time, many people have no time to daydream as they are busy doing worthy things. For instance, Kira, who was only 13, died, but she saved her friends from a car accident. She was not thinking of her heroism or the right things to do. She only knew she had to save her friends. This is true heroism. Unfortunately, the price is too high. Thus, heroes often do not think about their own good or even about their lives. They act and sacrifice themselves. Some may say that it is madness. However, madness is often associated with heroic deeds. Thus, madness was once called most divine sense. Some do not understand heroic deeds and call them crazy. However, it is obvious that heroic deeds are often called crazy simply because they are different from what people tend to do in their everyday lives. These deeds stand out from the rest of people's activities. This is why people do not understand some of these deeds. Sometimes, the hero does not get killed, but she still sacrifices her life. For example, single mothers do not have a life of their own. They devote their lives to their children to help them find their feet. These heroic women have to work long hours and still have time to comfort their children when necessary. These women can be compared to Moses. This biblical hero also devoted his life to helping his people find the promised land. Notably, people were often dissatisfied with Moses and complained. Nonetheless, Moses was patient and did everything and even more to comfort his people. Likewise, single mothers often have to listen to their children's complaints. Nonetheless, these heroic women find the courage to cope with all problems no matter what. Finally, teenagers who keep studying hard even though it is regarded as something weird and non-cool are also modern heroes. They are like Whitman's spider, who is not afraid of the darkness and keeps going further. Thus, the poet stresses that it is essential to keep developing and moving forward, irrespective of all difficulties. Teenagers often think that rebellion consists of breaking the rules and cutting class. Admittedly, sometimes it is important to break some rules. However, lots of teenagers understand the importance of education, which is their future. It is also a way to help parents and relatives in the future. Again, such teenagers have to skip the joys of their peers and focus on their studies. This is also a form of sacrifice. Conclusion. To sum up, it is possible to note that true heroes live in the real world. They do not save the planet from aliens, but keep struggling and developing. These heroes sacrifice a lot and often are deprived of some joys. Nonetheless, all their efforts pay off eventually. Their sacrifice can never be fruitless. Thus, the girl who saved other children showed that courage and braveness are still in this world. She has become a model for lots of teenagers. Single mothers manage to bring up their children properly. These children grow up and take good care of their courageous mothers. Resolute teenagers manage to obtain higher education and get a good job. They help their parents. Therefore, all heroic deeds in real life help human society develop. This essay on heroism around us was written and submitted by a student just like you. The Ivy Panda Samples database hosts thousands of works similar to this one on various subjects. Visit ivypanda.com to find what you are looking for, free of charge.